Welcome you all in today's lecture of Web Designing Fundamental, course code BCA 302. I am Gulbir Singh, Assistant Professor, MMICT and BM, MM, deemed to be University. So today we are going to discuss the following content which are available on your screen, which are forms and form control in HTML. So how can we design a form in HTML? What are the controls, means what are the different element which can be used within the form, and after this discussion we are going to see how we can implement this by seeing the we can say live code, right. So let's start the today's discussion, that forms in HTML. So HTML forms are required when you want to collect some data from the site visitors. It means that suppose we are interested to collect some information, we want to fill some form, or we want to gather some data from the visitor of that site. For that purpose, the HTML forms are required. For example, during user registration, you would like to collect information such as name, email address and credit card details. Suppose any company want to register new customers, or any company, any organization want to provide some, we can say, services to the customer. So for those purposes the forms are required. A form will take input from the site visitor and then will post it into the backend application such as CGI, ASP script, PHP script. So these are basically are the database script which are used to store the data which are retrieved from the forms. The backend application will perform required processing to the process data based on the different business logics inside the application. So it means that depending on the type of the organization, the data will be processed by the internal applications like CGI, ASP script, PHP for storing the data. So there are various form elements available such as text field, text areas, drop down menus, radio button, checkbox, etc. So these are the elements, or we can say these are the controls which are available under the form tag within the HTML. So what are these? Text field. Text field basically used to take input like first name, last name, like these, email address. So these input can be taken by the help of text field. Next one is the text area field. So text area are used to get the input or take the input within we can say more than one line of input, like we want to write the biography or bio detail of the user. So in this case more than one line of data is required. So for writing or for taking input more than one line, text area input are taken in consideration. So next one is the drop down menus. So drop down menus are the menus which are used to select like a country. Suppose you are having the list of all the countries and you want to select India. So for this reason or this use, the drop down menu taken in consideration. Suppose first you select the country, then you need to select the state, then you select the city. So these all functionality will be used by using the drop down menus. Then are the radio button. So radio button are basically used to filter, choose one option from the multiple option like gender, male, female. So an user can select only one option from the these multiple options, right. Next one are the checkbox. So checkbox are used to select multiple option in the provided options, like in radio button the author can choose only one option, like we can say gender, male or female. So the author, so the we can say user will select male or female. Suppose there is option to select the subjects of BCA. So there are more than one subjects, and for that reason the user can select multiple like C, C++, web designing fundamental. So the user can select multiple. So when the situation comes for multiple selection, we go for, we can say, the checkbox, and there is situation for only one option, we go for radio buttons. Next are the how we can create a form within HTML. So the HTML is provide us the form tag. The form tag are used to create a form within the HTML page. So you can see here in the example the form tag. Now after that there are some, we can say, attribute like action. So action will be after submitting that form, which page or which which URL the form will redirect. We need to provide here the action URL, script URL. Next one is the method, so get and post. So for we can say there are two methods available, first one is get and second one is post for sending the form information to the, we can say, database. And next one are the form input, like input types, text area, etc. So these are the, so this is the basically the syntax of a form within the HTML. So next we are going to discuss the form attributes. So what are the form common attributes? So here are the form common attributes which can be used within the form tag. So first one is the action. So the backend script is ready to process your past data. So to process the past data, we need to provide here the action. Next one is the method. So method is used to upload data. So most frequent method are used is get and post method. So these are two methods which user can use, whether it should be get or it should be post. Next one is target. So specify the target window or a frame where the result of that script will be displayed. It should be take variable like underscore blank, underscore self, underscore parent. So these are the target variable which can be used to show the, we can say, the result of that form. Next one is the ENC type. So you can see this ENC type attribute to specify how the browser encode the data before sending it to the server. Now what are the major form element which can be used within HTML form tags? So there are many more. So start from the beginning. So first one are the input text. So these are the basically text areas which are used to take the input like in first name, last name, email ID, like this. Next one are the checkbox. So it will use to take multiple option from the user, like subjects. You can choose multiple subjects from the list. Next one are the radio button. So radio button are the control which are used to specify or select only one option from the provided options, like gender, male or female. Next one is the select box. So select box are used to select the specific we can say option from the provided menu. Next one are the file select boxes. So to upload or browse any file within the HTML page, the file select option can be used. There are some hidden controls, there are some clickable tables buttons. So there are some submit and reset buttons. Submit button is used to submit the form and reset button is used to reset the entire form. So now input controls. So basically single line input control, this control is used to used for the items that are required only one line for user input. As I already told you that for first name, last name, email address, so only one line is required. For those reasons we can use the single line input control. Next one are the password input control. So we want to enter some password. So for that one we are having password input controls. Next one are the multi-line input control. So what are multi-line input control? So multi-line input control are the text areas, more than one line. So we want to use single line, then we go for single line input control, that is input type text. We want to go for password, input type is equal to password. If you want to go for multiple line, then we need to select text areas. So this is the example. You can see we have used form tag here. So we have used HTML head, and within title we have used for input text control, and then within the body we have used a form tag. Within that we have write first name, input type text, and name is equal to first underscore name. Then we have used the BR to break the line, then the last name. So input type text, name is equal to last name, and we have closed the form here, and we have closed the body input. So next one is the for user ID and password. So I already told you for password we will use the type password, and user ID should be text. So we will use input type is equal to text, and name you need to provide here the name. So you can see in the earlier one also we have used the name also to uniquely identify that element. So here we have used the user underscore ID, and then password, input type is equal to password, then name is equal to password. then we have closed that form. So this will be your output, how this will be look like on the, we can say, HTML page. So this output should be visible on your screen. Now what are the multiple attributes which are available in the input type field? So there are types. So type means we need to specify whether it is a text, whether it is a password. So we can choose either from them, whether input type is equal to text, whether input type is equal to password. If we choose text, so it will show the text on the input box. If we choose password, then it will show stars, not the exact password, because we already see on the multiple website that if you want to type the password, then the password is not visible, it should be printed in the form of stars, right. So for that reason we will use input type is equal to password. Next one is the name. So used to give a name to the control which is sent to the server to recognize and get the value. So the name is used to uniquely identify that record that this data belongs to this tag or this element of the HTML. Next one is the value. So this can be used to provide the initial value inside the control. Suppose in some cases we want that some content is already filled. So for that reason we can use value, and we provide value in that field. It means that the box is already filled with some value, already filled values. Then size, allow you to specify the width of the text input in the character form, right. How many character, how many length. So we can provide the size of that input type element. Then is the max length, how many maximum length of input can be taken in that box. So you already know that when you are filling a form, so it will be written over there, the name should be of 15 character at most, right. It means that after 15 character the text field will not take input. So this is the setting, it will be set that max length would be 15 character of name. If you type 16 character, it will not accept that one. So we will increase it according to our need, whether it will be 15, whether it will be 20, we can set these maximum values. Now what are the input list of attributes for text area. So these we already discussed about the text field, and now we are going to discuss for text area. So similarly the name used to control which is sent to the server or recognize the get value. Next one is the rows. So indicate the number of rows in the text box, how many rows we require, 10 rows, 20 rows. So we can provide it by using this attribute row. And then the column, how many column we required, 2, 3, 4, we can provide or specify this unit within the columns COLS calls attribute. So this is the syntax for a text area. So for text area we will start with the we can say tag text area row 5 column 50, name, description. So in this way we can create text areas. Now the form controls for, we can say, the attributes for checkboxes. So checkbox also contains the type, so indicates the type of control for checkbox input, and it will be set to checkboxes, right. Next one is the name, so it will be sent to the server for recognition purpose. Next one is the value, that it will be show the value if selected or not selected, right, 0 or 1. In this way we can set the value. Next one is checked. Suppose we want the checkbox is already selected, we want to provide that this checkbox is already selected. So we need to provide set the value checked, right. So in this way you can see in the syntax or in the example that input type is equal to checkbox, name is equal to math, value is equal to on, right. Input type is equal to checkbox, name is equal to physics, value is equal to on. So in this way we can create checkboxes. Next one, the list of attribute for radio buttons. So it is also contain type, so indicate the input control for the checkbox input, control will be set to the radio. Next one is name, used to uniquely identified and recognize and set the values. Next one is the value will be used if the checkbox is selected or not selected. Checked means is already selected by default. So input type is equal to radio, name is equal to subject, value is equal to math. And input type is equal to radio, name is equal to subject, and value is equal to physics. So in this way two options will be available there, math and physics, we can choose either of them. So, these are the reference used for this PPT. Now, we will go for the practical version of this one, how we can create a form. Let us go to the Notepad plus plus, our editor. So, let us move. Now, I am opening the Notepad plus plus, then we will start the coding here. So, here I am going to open a new form here and I am closing the previous one. So, now let us start the coding, right. So, as we are doing this in HTML, so first we need to create here the HTML tag, then we need to create here the head tag. After this one we need to create the title and we need to provide here the title, that is what we are going to. So, we are creating a registration form. Now, we are closing the title and now closing the head. After this we will start with the body tag. Now, we will do the coding here. So, now let us provide some background color here. BG color is used to provide the background color is equal to, we can say, light sky blue. So, this is the color which we have used for the body, and then after this we are now we have used these two tags for break line BR. So, BR is used to break the line. So, we have used two break lines, right. Next one we need to create here a form. So, creating a form we need to use the form tag, right. Now, we will create a label. So, what is a label? So, label is used to, we can say label is used to show some content, directly show some content over the HTML page. So, within the label we are going to write first name. After label we need to close this label also. So, first name, then we need to provide here the input type, means the first name will be taken into the text box. So, we need to provide here the input type is equal to v, because we want to take the first name in the text box. So, we will provide here input type is equal to text. Then we need to name here, provide the name as we discussed in the syntax of text box. So, name here will be first name, first name. Then what more we can define? We can define the size, how many size, or we can say how many character it will accept. So, for that reason we will provide the size. Size is equal to first name will be 15th character, right. Now, we need to close this one by slash close, and now we will provide here a BR to break the line. Next, we need to add one label also for, now we will write last name. We will close that label, right. Now, after this we are going to create first name. For first name we have created the text box, and for last name we also create one text box for input. So, we will write here input, then type is equal to text, right. It will also be text, and name will be here last name, right. And we can provide here the size also. So, size also will be 15 character, it will at most it will take, close. Now, after this we will also use BR for break the line. So, this we have already done, right. So, input type we already provide. Now, we have done the first name last name, we have added the label, we have added the what we can say the input options also. Now, we are going to provide here a label named as course. We will show some courses here, label name course. right. Now we will close the label, right. Now we will add here a select option. We are providing here option menu, option value is equal to courses will show course option. Next one we will go for, I am copying this one and pasting it here, multiple lines. Now then we will go for edit this one, right. So value we can change the value here. We will provide the course name as BCA and here we will provide BCA, right. Next we go for course value MCA and we are MCA, right. We can go for BTech, so these are the courses which we have added. BTech, right. We have closed all the options. After this we are going to close that select. Select is closed. Now we can use here some break lines to break the lines. So I have used 2 BR tag here. So now after this we are going to add option button like gender, male or female, right. So for that we will use to label, we can use gender slash label, right. After this we need to provide here the input type, so it is basically a radio button. So we will provide radio, then name, what should be its name, name will be, you can say male, close it, we can write here male BR, then we also add input type is equal to radio, then we also provide a name here, name is equal to female, female, right. After this close it and write here female, and after this we can write a BR tag here. We can add also input type, say radio, name is equal to others, other, and then we can use here a BR tag, right. After this we have completed here the label we have used, close the label, right. We have used input type 3 options we are having. Now after this we are going to write here a phone number, right. So phone number basically it is a phone number can be taken within a single text area text field. So we will use a text input type text. So for that one we need to create a label, right here phone number slash label, right. Right. Then we need to add here a input type is equal to text, name, provide the name, name is equal to phone, right. It will add phone number, size, you know that the size of phone number is 10 characters, right. So we will provide size is equal to here 10, close it. We will provide here some BR tags, right. Now we are taking email address. So, email similarly we need to add here a label, it will show email, right. So, it will be should be we can say type is equal to email input type and type should be input. So, for email we in this HTML is already having a type named as email, right. Type email, then after this we need to provide here the name is equal to email, right, and then we can close it. Now, if we want to add some text area like for address, so address should be more than one line. So, for that purpose we will add here a text area, right. So, for text area we will add a label here, label, it will show address, address. We need to write text area. Suppose we are having 80 columns and rows will be 5 rows in that one, and it will show save the value as address. We can say we can add name here, not the value, name is equal to address slash text area, right. So, these we can, now it is time to add some buttons, right. So, for button we just write input type is equal to button, then value is equal to submit, because it is a submit button. Now, we need to close the form, then we need to close the body, then we need to close the HTML, right. Now, let us check, first we need to save it. So, we can go on save as, just we need to save it as form and then choose its type which is HTML, and just confirming the location. Here I am saving this content, save. Now, you can see after save, let us check whether all the tags are closed and not, HTML is closed. Next you can see it is highlighted, if the tags is closed it will be highlighted simultaneously, you can see it is closed. Then body, let us check for body is closed, right. Form is closed. So, let us now run this program. So, let us move to the PPT, you need to, and you can see here form here. You can see here, so this is the form which we have created, right. So, this is the first name we can write here Rohan, last name Singh. We can choose here the course, which course this person belong, like BCA, gender male. We can write here some phone number like anything to 10 characters, email, now some address, like this one, and this is the button to save it. So, this is the form which we have created using HTML. So, you can create your own form, you can add or remove the fields as per your requirement. You can add multiple lines like first name, middle name, last name. You can add one more option here. You can add some courses, increase some or decrease the courses from here. You can provide the phone number, email address, and we can address. For address we are having the text area here, right. You can add more fields like roll number, something else as per your requirement. So, in this way we can create forms in HTML. So, thanks for watching this video.